If you haven't heard, infamous fighting game franchise Mortal Kombat has recently announced a third wave of content coming to their most recent game, Mortal Kombat 11, with a third release of the same game, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, or UMK11, similar to, anyway, it doesn't matter. The three characters coming in this DLC set, Rain, Rambo, and Mileena. And those are all great characters. They all look great, the cinematic trailer was incredible, but there just seems to be one problem. If you haven't heard, ever since the game came out, and even while the game was being promoted, any and all Neatherrealm workers on Twitter were being battered and beaten and just being treated real poorly by Mileena fans. Some include death threats, some include just canceling them, not buying the game, boycotting the franchise. They've yelled, they've screamed, they've shouted, they've thrown tantrums about not having Mileena in the main game. They've done it so much ever since it came out back in, I think it was May of last year. Or maybe it was, yeah, ever since May of last year, they've been screaming and throwing tantrums about Mileena. They're the purple-clad, ugly-looking butterface she is. They've been complaining about her not being in the game ever since it was announced, and ever since the final set of characters was announced before the DLCs came. So they've just been being whiners. And the reason I bring this up, and the reason I think Mileena being in Mortal Kombat 11 is a bad thing, is simply because this just means that the fans can take this initiative and move forward and go, the Mileena fans bullied Neatherrealm into getting their character into the game via death threats and complaints for months and months. Why not do the same for blank character, to remove blank character, to get different characters in? So the real problem with Mileena being in Mortal Kombat 11, to me anyway, is that it just sets a precedent that if you complain enough, you'll get what you want, which isn't a great thing. It's not a good precedent to go by. Neatherrealm really screwed themselves. This is a terrible thing, because now it can apply to any and all characters moving forward with any and all fan bases. It just sets a bad precedent for their games moving forward, and that's mostly the reason why I don't like Mileena being in Mortal Kombat 11. I got nothing against the character. She always seemed like a lot of fun, and I didn't play her much when she was in Mortal Kombat 9 or Mortal Kombat X. It just sets, to me anyway, it gives Neatherrealm a bad rap that they're not weak, but it sort of sets the precedent that, oh, well, they're gonna give in to the fans if they complain enough, so why not? And I know I'm repeating myself mostly, but it sort of frustrates me a little bit that the assholes, the scumbags, the death threaters, they ended up getting what they wanted. And some of them still aren't even happy with the character, because they wanted to have the lips from MKX, and I don't really give a shit, but they got the character they want, and they're still not happy. So, all in all, it just sort of sets a bad rep to me anyway about the future of Mortal Kombat, the future of Neatherrealm. So, you know, is what it is, I guess. If you come back, I'll be talking a little bit more in depth about the trailer and why there's one big problem that Neatherrealm has when it comes to Mortal Kombat and Injustice as well. But I'm mostly going to be talking about Mortal Kombat 11. If you want to come back and hear more about me talking about Mortal Kombat, come back next week. And sorry for this video not being that, you know, spectacular. I didn't want to script anything. I just wanted to get my honest opinion out there. So that's why this one's a little more, you know, just whatever really, you know. As always, thanks for stopping by. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. If you want to support the channel a little bit more, be sure to hit up my Patreon in the description below. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.